Them flashing like paparazzi. Two words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of New York. With a pitchfork.
Money back. Money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I said, babe, it's, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, he can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 with me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He make sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take your man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. They be late, waist snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine, jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Back on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, he can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back, with me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go, your man, with my name in your mouth. I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say,
and thank you, Coach. We are at Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On second down, here's Carr. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. It's complete to Jerron Brown. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rudolph showing the power. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles.
Scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Malik Collins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now come the Vikings. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
No, check, Patriot! Hurry up, here we go!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green, 39!
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break the tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The first carry now for Dalton. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now Saquon Barkley, a loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 23 yards on the play.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
A first down carry for Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it, and it's second down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass and want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Doyle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. second down. Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll run with Cook. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Take it in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to get him for a loss of 5. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
6-18.
Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Chiefs. Go. Get set. You're mine.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. And shoves him off at the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Linval Joseph getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Carr to Barkley on the check down.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Carr, he dumps it off to Barkley, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
All right, get set, fellas.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
6:18. 6:37.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 13-7. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And start this drive in the air. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He'll look to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
694. 24. 808. 618.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Hey, 734. 734. 694. Yo, Chief.
On first down, Carr. And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now back to throw. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Escaping the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure.
They'll set up a throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
694. Purdue.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Barkley already showing the ability to transform this Giant running game as they come up here on first down. A handoff to Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Carr. He finds his target, Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Gallman will run it. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The pitch goes to Barkley. Able to power through. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 8. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. Now Austin. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On second down, here's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
No gain, and it's second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong running. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Olivier Vernon brings him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll drop the throw. They'll roll him out right. And down he'll go at the 25. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. The Vikings on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Perry not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Cook has it, left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still active.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Express!
An alley to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Get down! Blue 80!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. The toss out to Barkley. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll get it up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Giants add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially his 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking for Shepard deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch it now, Barney.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Doyle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Escapes the sack. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a toss right to Barkley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Carr going to look to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 63 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And here comes Diggs. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Now let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be... Giants are going to take over in great field position. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Lucky 56.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to look deep down. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the...
We coming, man. For the guys, man. P&V. Skirt.
With special guest, Jake Croft.
15, when I saw my first 100 bids, got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Gotta get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man. 15, when I saw my first 100 bids, got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Go and get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man. We winning, keep grinding, it's just the beginning. Rap about they ain't living, ain't no time.